Hey guys, this is Paiid with TGN, and do you guys know that they made fish in fountains in Stormwind? I don't know if it's in every fountain, but it's in the one in Stormwind Keep. I never noticed that before. So I just want to say that, but also this is my add-on video. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about what add-ons is, what's my unit frames, what's my bar mods, and all this other stuff. So surprisingly, I always thought it was, a little bit boring. They're not really... It's not like a crazy UI or something that I downloaded. I basically had the same setup for the last, I don't know, 3 years or more. But right off the bat, the first thing we're going to look at is X-Perl. That is my unit frames. I use basically the same settings. I'm not sure what I changed because I've done it for so long and I have the profiles and everything set up for myself. If you'd like to look and copy my settings, you can pause the video and stuff and look at them. I use... I think the only thing that's different, I just adjust the sizings of all of my the portraits and stuff like that. Other than that, I think generally it's all the same. I use big debuffs and stuff. So next we're going to look at Bartender, and I love Bartender, and I like everything right down the middle center, so I can see it all at once instead of having to look in the corner, look in the other corner. And with Bartender, I have everything set to these settings. Again, you can pause it if you're interested in looking at it. In addition to Bartender, though, I also use ButtonFacade, and that's where you see like there's some little white tint or glow on the inside, and the keybinds are above the bars. Now, ButtonFacade is its own add-on, but the skin I use is the Sleek skin. And the Sleek skin is a separate add-on download too. But once you download it and bring it to your add-ons folder or you use the Curse client or whatever, it'll automatically come up in your ButtonFacade. And for the colors, I usually just do the white. You could change it to whatever color you want, as you saw me doing that. Now, the only problem I have with that add-on is that some of my cooldowns, if they're like a 2-minute or longer cooldown, on the last, maybe 5 minutes too, I guess, on the last like 30 seconds or a minute, it looks like the cooldown is up, but it's really not, and that's sort of irritating sometimes, especially when I'm PvPing and I'm like, oh, why isn't this cooldown working? Like, it happened to my warrior a lot. But anyway, my next one is SexyMap. SexyMap is probably the add-on I get the most questions about. I've had it for a couple years now. It's really cool. I really like the looks of it. The one thing I change is there's an outer ring. You see the thing that's kind of animating the blue? There's an outer one to it, and I usually delete that. But look, you could use a drag radius for the buttons. You could change which buttons are shown. And if you wanted to delete the outer ring like I do, it's called Rune 2. This one's Rune 1, so don't do this with Rune 1. But I click on Rune 2 and I just click delete, and that's it. And that's how I get it like that, because I don't like the excess around it so much. You can make it as big as you want, small as you want. I actually like to keep my minimap pretty big. I know some people like them smaller, but that's what she said, but that's how I keep my minimap. The next thing is Minimap Button Bag. Instead of having your minimap be cluttered with a bunch of different buttons for your different add-ons, this Minimap Button Bag will take all of your little minimap buttons into one little tiny thing, sort of like a bag. It's really cool. My chat add-on is Chatter. Now, I don't use it for anything interesting. I don't know. I don't really know what else you could do with it. I just like how you can customize it, and there's a timestamp on it and stuff. I like to keep my chat box up above my chat because I like to have as much screen real estate as possible to look at while I'm playing. I don't want to raise my my chat window up a little more. So instead, I put the chat, the chat box up above it. And to do that, you go to Edit, Box, Polish, and Free Floating and Free Floating Locked. My next add-on is MonkeyQuest. MonkeyQuest, oh my god, I love MonkeyQuest. Blizzard recently let you track their own quests and stuff. I don't like that. I've been using MonkeyQuest since I've started playing WoW. It's just a cool little convenient thing. I have a little, my custom settings here. I hide the border. Sometimes I change the colors for finished quests and stuff like that. I change, font size and all that little stuff. But I love it. I keep it to the right all the time. It's just easier for me and more customizable than the one Blizzard uses. Then I use Mapster for my map, and I like to keep it I like to keep the opacity down a little bit. So just in case if I'm like, you know, gonna get ganked or something, I could see it rather than hear it all the time. That's pretty interesting. I don't do the track quests and stuff up. I only like to see the map because I have MonkeyQuest and I can see my quests there, which is pretty cool. And oh, I did not notice that before. That's the first time I ever noticed that. Your character looks at a map there. I think they did that with 4.2. I read about that. I never saw it before. That's pretty cool. Little things, little things. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I also use Recount. I know Recount's you see that in the bottom right hand corner. Everyone's got Recount. The only thing I do with Recount is I sometimes color the top bar. Instead of it being red, I change it to the class color. So if I'm playing a rogue, I'll make it that tannish, yellowish. If I'm playing a warrior, it'll be like that brown looking. I use Atlas Loot Enhanced to see different items I can get. And now in 4.2 they have that dungeon journal thing, but that's so far only with Cataclysm dungeons. And I think there's still going to be a use for Atlas Loot, considering you can look at any item that's basically ever existed that you can get from vendors and stuff like that. You could right click and look at different like tier sets on you. And my god, does the Rogue tier 12 look hideous. I do not like the looks of that, but luckily I will never have it because I don't raid. So other than Atlas Loot Enhanced, I use Deadly Boss mods. I know there's a couple other add-ons that are similar. I personally use Deadly Boss mods. It's probably, I think, one of the original mods of this sort of type, this type of mod. I think it was one of the first, at least the more popular one a few years ago. I keep the little warning bars on a separate side of the screen, and when I'm in a battleground or something, when you get like the AV and you have all the different stuff come up, I move my MonkeyQuest and minimize it up to the top right out of the way. I use Bagnon. This was something that's cool. ButtonFacade was always supposed to work with Bagnon, and it never did. I didn't know why, but I log in, and while I'm showing you this video, I'm like, oh, my bags now look like it has the sleek skin from ButtonFacade, which is interesting. I never had that. I'll probably change it because I like the regular settings of Bagnon, because I was able to make my green and blue items and my epics and stuff very bright, so I could see, oh, there's a green item, there's an epic item or whatever. But so I'll have to change that eventually. So other than this, I use Auctioneer, and that's about it. These are my general ones that I always have on all my characters. It's worked well for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you can find all the mods you're looking for. I get all my stuff from Curse. If you like this video and you would like to see more of my commentary and more of my videos, you could click the annotations above to see other videos I posted on TGN, as well as click the link to my channel, my personal channel, youtube.com/Paiid, and you can subscribe to me there. I've been making videos since 2008 and will continue to do so on World of Warcraft and all gaming stuff as well. I'm going to branch out to. So I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you check out all my other videos. Enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.